The Science and Technology Department's Nuclear Research Institute is pushing to create an independent body that will regulate the use of nuclear energy. We'll learn more about the Philippine National Nuclear Safety Act with Director Carlo Arcilla. Mr. Arcilla, thank you so much for joining us. Share with us, what are some of the important features of this Philippine National Nuclear Safety Act bill?
First is that we will be following international standards. There is an international safeguard called the International Atomic Energy Agency. They have kept the best practices of nuclear for the past 60 years. So this will tell the world that we are not going to be doing this haphazardly. So then, very important, it will create an independent regulatory body for ionizing radiation. It's not just for nuclear power, but for example, for hospitals, for the radioactive radiopharmaceuticals, for agricultural applications, everything will be centered into one regulatory body, because right now it's separate. Like for medical devices, it's FDA, so everything will be put into, and then it will also be independent, very important. So which means it will not be under any agency, but will be under the office of the president. And this is one of the important lessons learned in Fukushima. Because they strengthened the regulatory body after the accident. Because nuclear, it's a very useful thing, but it's also very energetic, 4 million times more energetic than its source. So you have to make sure that the safeguards, security, and safety are there.
So, Mr. Arcilla, what is the current status of this bill? Is it in second reading, third reading in the House? And is there any kind of support for this Philippine National Nuclear Safety Act bill in the Senate?
Okay, it's actually in the second reading, but it was suspended, I think, for a resumption in sometime in July. And the biggest champion of that, of course, is Congressman Marco Wangco. After this, we expect to have the bill filed in the Senate, and so hopefully within the year it should be completed, so that potential nuclear vendors who are interested in investing in the Philippines can already see that one of the first requirements for nuclear power program is an independent regulatory body is in place, because its main objectives are safety, security, and safeguards.
So you think, Mr. Arcilla, this should be a priority bill when Congress returns from vacation and during the State of the Nation address of the President on July 24th?
In my opinion, in my humble opinion, it should be priority, because the President himself said that he wants nuclear because our energy situation is precarious, diba? We are having brownouts, and nuclear power is the cleanest source of energy right now, and it provides 10% of the country. So, but without an independent regulator, it will be difficult to push this forward. It's one of the first milestones needed for nuclear power. So hopefully the President will certify this as urgent so that this can pass. And I think there's a broad support for this. 79% of the population is for nuclear. This was done by a survey by the POE in 2019. 79%, even higher than countries that have nuclear power, because of the electricity cost, very high.
And we do hope this will be part of the energy mix going forward. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word, Director Carlo Arcilla.